All right, let's do it. I want to welcome you back to Beyond AI Solutions, where we're all about tech and all about keeping it real. If y'all don't know who I am, I'm Rome, your neighborhood AI guru. And today I got something for you. I'm gonna let you in on what we got going on. So, I started an AI consulting company. And like most young entrepreneurs, young to the game, of entrepreneur, that whole world, being the employee for, the last 8 years, it's hard with the mindset thing. So that that was one of the things that, I was like, man, with this AI consulting company. Well, let me back up. Chat GPT fell on the planet like almost 2 years ago. And that changed my world. So behind the whole Chat GPT thing, me not going to sleep for, a couple weeks, because of this knowledge explosion, I started an AI consulting company. And in this AI consulting company, I ran into one of the problems that most young entrepreneurs run into. And when I'm saying young entrepreneur, I'm talking about that guy, this is his first rodeo. So he has no idea. And then, you got most guys like myself. I was an entrepreneur for years, decades, been out the game, and then when I was in it, I wasn't doing it right. So that was another thing that, I was like, with this AI consulting company, I can help these guys. But the funding, the money was my issue. How was I going to be able to, you know, fund this whole operation? You know, and if you got good credit and you got, credit cards, you probably did like I did. I bought everything with my personal credit. And then I went down this journey and I found out that, I shouldn't have did that. And, so that's one of the things that I show y'all and teach you in my new class that we have here. Yes, I teach a class called Nuts and Bolts to Gaining Wealth while using AI. I don't want you to be like, wow, man, that's a lot. You talking about nuts, bolts, you talking about AI, and it's not that hard. It's about more about financial literacy, right? But we can utilize AI to help us to clarify some of those things that, those roadblocks that we always been hitting. Man, I wish I had my coach here, or I wish I had, such and such here, to answer that question that's been in my mind, or it's on the tip of my tongue and I want to ask somebody right now. Well, we use AI now to be able to, open up those doors. We use it so we don't have to wait on the next guy to give us the answer. We're able to do research on our own now. That's fast and it's sufficient for what we got going on. So that's just one leg of what we got going on over here. We get into that financial literacy part, trying to get your mind, that thought pattern changed. Living the American dream, the things that we was taught when we was kids. That's one of the big things that, is that force that drive us away from wealth. It's that extra what they call it, extra icing on the cake that destroys us from becoming that person that we should be. I know that, a lot of people probably saying, what in the world is he talking about? Well, you've been programmed. You've been programmed, and in your programming, it left out a lot of the stuff that you needed. So we use AI to, to help us, to get some of those points across, broken down in a form where everybody now, have a advantage, on the same playing field. Or, that person, he don't have to say, oh man, I wish I knew what that guy knew. So yeah, that's another part of what we're doing here. We're trying to help you think about it, right? Think about it. Because we don't know how to think, man. Um, I was the guy you would consider back in the day the credit guru, the guy that can fix your credit, the guy that can help you, grow your credit. And I was still learning, right? So at that time of my life, the credit guy, I was I hit a mountain. I was done. I didn't know what to do, where to go, right? What's my next step? Well, I didn't have a next step. So that's why I said when I started my AI consulting company, I relied on my personal credit. And I spent thousands, you know, at least a good $15,000, just about something I didn't even know nothing about, but I knew that, you know, this right here is gonna be one of those things that's gonna take over. So I needed to be that guy to be in the forefront of this thing. I didn't want to be the person that say, well, like, man, I wish I would have, or I wish I would have got into that thing at, in the beginning when Rome, your neighborhood AI guru, told you about it. You don't want to be that guy. So yes, we teach you about AI. You know, we have to let you know that this business thing, we had to run into a bunch of mistakes, errors. Man, listen, I can tell you some stuff that you would be like, man, I ain't nowhere in the world I'd have kept on going. But no, we learned how to set up LLCs the proper way using AI. So it's like, dude, listen, when I say the proper way, most people say, well, I got an LLC. You probably do. Well, I got you probably do. But imagine this. I tell you, hey guys, girls, listen, check this out. I just bought a Cybertruck. Now that's a unique vehicle, right? You don't see too many of those on the street. But if I told you that, you know, that would be like if your friend was like, hey man, I just bought me a 2008 Ford pickup truck. And the crowd goes, wow. It's that similarity in there. That's not similar. So that's what I'm saying. So what I do, I show you how to set up your LLC the right way, the proper way, the way that you're able to take it to the bank and get money, right? A lot of people say, oh man, that's just a myth. Well, if it's a myth, I must be living in it because I have my own bank. I'm my own bank, guys. So that means I have several bank accounts that, I deal with. And they're business bank accounts. They're personal also, but they're mostly business bank accounts. And I show you why there's the importance of that. Why your bank, you being the bank is, number one, and then all that other stuff is number two, because now you can fix a lot of stuff that a lot of people are hung up on. They can't go to the next step because their money is limited, right? That's why we're over here. We're trying to, this wealth thing, right? The nuts and bolts to actual wealth. Like, what is the wealth? Why did I say wealth? Because wealth is measured in time, when rich is measured in money. A lot of people say, I'm rich. Yeah, you probably are. But then you got to ask the question, how long will your money last? That's the big thing. How long will your money last? So now we go to the wealth area. Now it's like, what are you talking about, guy? Well, we use or leverage other people's money to be able to invest in big things, big items, whether it's businesses that's already generating money. Not I'm trying to start a business. Okay, so you say, well, but you're talking about an LLC. No, okay, let me back up. What we do is we show you how to get a cash cow. We call it the cash cow effect. I show you how to be your own cash cow, your own money, your own bank. So that's what we do. So let me get back into it. So now, with this other people's money, you're able to, buy, real estate. You're able to buy, all these things that our money is limited from. So yes, there is a demonstration of you knowing you now. That's what we do. We get you in that mindset of you knowing you. So now you're gonna walk a little different, right? Because you're not gonna be hanging out with the same guys or whatever, because you're now learning that, hey, a lot of these people that talk to me, the data that they have is only limited to what they know. I mean, some of them go, I went to another state or I went to another country. Now he comes back with that data. But when it comes to finances, it's limited because these people don't know. They don't even know about credit. So now, you see the importance of this class to teach you that, hey, it's okay to have lived the American dream, but now we can move on. Now we can go to the credit part. Now we can utilize other people's money, not your own credit, your personal credit. We're talking about leveraging your personal credit in your business, in your LLC, to be able to get funding for your business. I know that's a lot. I done said a lot, but listen, this is just an overview of what we do. So we go and we break it down to you, all the banks, all the nuances around all this stuff. Now we plug you in to your partners. See, I didn't know too much about Mr. Wonderful from the Shark Tank, but I was able to plug into his whole tax firm, the accountants, the bookkeepers, those guys that's into his stuff. This guy's a billionaire. So I was able to go to Utah and able to, prior to it, I hired him, but I wanted to go and see how my guys work. So I was able to fly to Utah, stay out there for 3 days, paid by them. And, it's beautiful. So what I do, I plug you into my guys. So now you don't have to worry about those things for your business. And you know why I hired them? One guy said, man, that's a lot of money, man. You gave them guys like $15,000 to do all your stuff, to set up 11 more LLCs, all your trusts, got to do with your whole life insurance, all of that stuff. Your bookkeeper, your tax advisor, you got all of those guys for $15,000, and you can write it off. So, because that's a business expense. But a lot of people don't understand that concept because they want to, I got to keep my money. What you need to do is spend that money so you can get it back. And you have allowed the experts to do stuff. They said, well, but you say you're an AI guy. You generative AI certified, which I am generative AI certified. I already alarmed them that, listen, I hired y'all. I'm not trying to take your job with AI, right? However, I will be checking your stuff because now I have AI that can check their stuff, right? So now it's a whole different ball game. You're talking to the CEO. I'm making sure that my business is structured right. I'm making sure that I'm able to get that funding for the business. I'm able to continue to transform all the stuff that's around me because my employees depend on that. So my structure is a little different than most companies. Now, what I do, I want you to get to where now you have your credit right. You understand about it. You understand that the American dream is just a dream, and it's not. You're not awake, right? That's the American dream. Wake them up. But you're able to understand that credit. You're able to get that business, that LLC. That's your cash cow. And a lot. One guy said, "Well, if you got a cash cow and you was only able to get $250,000 from it, what do you do now?" I said, "Well, go open up another bank." Well, but it's open up another bank, and if you've run out of banks, right? Now you start another LLC and turn that into a cash cow too. If you need more money, right? And then you got to remember, it's more than one LLC you can set up, and it's more than one state that you can set up a company in, right? So there's banks everywhere. There's banks in Florida that I can't get money from right now, but I will touch them banks before it's all said and done. Probably before this year is out. You see what I'm saying? So now it's like, oh my God, I can wake up in the morning because I went through the process. I just didn't jump in this thing, right? I went through the process, this class, and now I'm able to get all this funding. Yes, to put the work, because you got to pay it back. And a lot of people say, well, do you have to pay it back? Hey, listen, guys, girls, we got to use some, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, of course you got to pay this money back. But when you can get it at zero interest for the first 12 months, 18 months, or whatever, that promotion is, because we looking for that kind of stuff. But when it comes all the way down to brass tacks, we just want the money from the banks, right? So now it's like, okay, you're getting the money from the banks. We're showing you this. We give you the list with our bankers. You see what I'm saying? So now it's like, whoa, it's a no-brainer. I just go in the bank, I give them my credentials, they know exactly who I am, and now you're in the money through the process, of course. And then we plug you into our other friends that has businesses that's already generating cash. And the real estate game, hey, listen, I got over 2,000 flippers that I deal with, right? It's a Discord. So there's a plethora of clients that y'all will also be able to tap into. So I show you this so you can redo what I'm showing you, right? So that's why you get a replay to your videos, all your classes, you get a replay to it. So now you're able to actually learn this stuff so you can too put a check in your pocket. When I say $30,000 for a class, most people freak out because they don't know the process. They don't know that they're going to be able to write this off, because this is a part of you learning how to not only start your business, but to finance your business, to all them missing things that most people don't have when they start their business. Well, hey, listen, I'm Rome from Beyond AI Solutions, and like I said, I'm your neighborhood AI guru. I just want y'all to understand that it's more to it than most people around you are saying. They don't know about AI. They don't know how to get the funding. They don't know about credit. They don't know that they only living in a dream. They don't know that, there's wealth everywhere. They don't know that there's businesses right now that you can buy. They don't know that you can buy houses subject to. And when I say that term, most people are like, what is that? Subject to what? They don't know. So now you see why this class is so important. The price is $30,000 for the whole package, and then it's broke down. But the thing is, I want you to know that this is a lifetime thing, right? They said, what do you mean a lifetime thing? I need a community of millionaires, some people that I'll be able to tap into and say, hey, bruh, I see a deal over here. You got 100 grand. You want to go in on this with my other 6 or 10 friends? You see what I'm saying? So now it's like I need you more than you actually need me. So you got to just, pull up your bootstraps, but you're not bootstrapping it, right? No, we're not bootstrapping it. We're using other people's money. But I want you to pull up your bootstraps, tie up your boots, and say, hey, listen, I'm going to do this thing, right? I'm going to change up the way I've always done things because it's not that important for a person to buy sneakers with their own credit. It's not that important for a person to spend their money on things that they don't need. And then when we do run into situations that we have to use our credit, our personal credit, to get houses, pay for lawyers, you know, all these other things, the cars, the business, right? We can eliminate that. And we're going to eliminate that. And with our business, by you becoming my partner, right? You become my partner. And I need you more than you think I need you, right? I really do. Because, with a community, we can do a lot of things. Can you imagine buying a whole community? I'm just saying. Hey, I'm going to end it like this. Your future is who you hanging out with. Your future is who you're hanging out with. Your future is who you're hanging out with. So if you want to look at what your future going to look like, right? Look at your friends. Listen to the music that you're putting in your ears, right? Because that's one of your friends. Look at the movies, the videos, or whatever else that you're allowing in your hearing and in your eyes. Those people, too, are your friends. That's why I say guard your heart, guard your hearing, guard your eyes, because it's so important for you, right? And the reason why I'm leaving you on that note is because here, you're going to hear nothing but about finances. You're going to hear nothing but about how you can change your life. Yeah, you're hiring a coach. You're hiring this guy that's going to be helping you push through this thing, right? Yes. So every day I have a class, right? And you will be able to get in that class and learn this stuff. We start from ground zero every time. That's what one of the students said. I was like, well, do you know how to teach it? He was like, almost. Man, this is crazy because I'm able to remember this stuff. Yes, I need you to remember this so that you can take and tap in to this wealth area. Now, being rich is cool, but being wealthy is a whole different ball game and tax bracket. So just remember, guys, girls, this is for you. Like I said, and I don't want to get it twisted because when I said, hey, it's almost like we start over every time. No, it's a brief synopsis of what we've been through. So now we can make sure that we're still on the same page. And because some people still got questions, and you're able to throw those questions in the chat, and then we're able to, get that stuff done at the end of the session. So, hey, listen, I love y'all. I'm Rome from Beyond AI Solutions, and we're all about tech, and we're all about keeping it real. And if y'all don't know, I'm going to make you into a millionaire, over and over and over, multi-millionaires. So y'all just come on to the class and stay tuned. Peace.